everybody, it's Miss Blankenship here. How are you? So today I thought we would do something pretty simple but kind of Christmassy, but it doesn't have to be. So I thought we would make a candle in a stained glass window. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a piece of watercolor paper, and you can have a ruler. Mine is this kind of see-through little triangle cool thing, but it doesn't matter. Any sort of ruler will work. And a pencil and watercolors and a Sharpie. Okay, so first things first. How are you today? Yes, I hope you're good. I miss you terribly, as you know I do. But first things first, what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna draw like a cross on your paper, okay? So it doesn't matter if yours is not perfect, don't worry, because we don't worry about perfection here, okay? So but if you do have a ruler, you got it, okay? You're gonna just draw a line down the center, and you're not gonna make it dark, so make it kind of light with your pencil. And then don't worry about it being perfect in the middle, just across, okay? So it kind of looks like this, right? I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard. It's nighttime here. But anyway, so, okay. We are going to have a cross on our paper. One line this way, going vertical. Remember, we talk about vertical is up and down, and horizontal is sideways, right? Like the horizon, horizontal, seeing something sideways. Okay, so first things first, all we're gonna do in our top little square right here, we are just going to make a little half rainbow from the corner, just all the way to the top. Look at that. Right? That's all you did. Just a little half rainbow. All right, now from the other side, almost to the edge of the paper, you're just gonna make another little half rainbow. Look at that. You got that half rainbow right there, you see it? Okay, so now you're gonna meet the end of that half rainbow right there where you drew, and you're gonna go down and make a big L. Look at that. Now on the other side, you're gonna go up right here and you're going to make a backwards L. All right, guess what I'm gonna do? Because I think this is hard to see, I'm gonna do it in Sharpie. So just hold on just a second if you're lost, don't worry. You've made your cross, right? And then look here, we've made a half rainbow. And another big old half rainbow on the other side. Right? Okay, see, that's easier to see, right? Okay, and then from the bottom of that half rainbow over here, we're gonna go down and make a big old L. Big old L. Kind of hard to draw in the air. But then over here on this side, we are going to make a backwards L. Look here. Backwards L. Look. Now look what you got yourself there. Okay? Can you see it? All right. Okay, so next thing, what we're gonna do is, remember when you made that little pencil line going across right there? Okay, you are gonna make these little kind of, how do I say it? They're almost like drippy lines. And you're gonna have 4 or 5 of them. They're just gonna go, and don't make any of them even. They're just gonna go drip, 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 like that. And they're just kind of hanging on that top line, right? Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is make right across that top line and connect those drips, okay? And then from the bottom, right here over on the edge of that drip, you're just gonna make a straight line down. And then you're gonna just make a straight line down on the other side. You see that? Do you see how we're starting, it looks like a candle? Okay, then watch. Now you're gonna go right back into the center line right there and right up kind of, oh, I don't know, maybe halfway. You're gonna make this really pretty little sideways rainbow and then go back up there and make it on the other side like that. Look at that. You see? Okay, good. Now here's something that's the fun part, okay? So now you're gonna take your ruler. Can you see right here? You're gonna take your ruler and we're gonna make some stained glass lines. Now the cool thing about stained glass is it doesn't have to be any sort of perfection. It can just be anywhere, right? So we're just gonna start making lines going behind and then you move it over and you're gonna make a line there and you just start to make these cool lines that go all the way and you can make them go any way that you want. You see what I've done? I'm starting to do? I'm just starting to make lines anywhere and they can be any shape, any size. They're all really kind of a version of a triangle. But you just take your ruler and move it anywhere you want to. And you can use your Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, you can use any kind of marker. You can even use pencil if you wanted to just do it and fill it in with color. That's fine too. Okay? And so I'm just starting to really, I'll go a little bit quicker just so we can start to move along, but you can take as much time as you want. See, look here. You can just make them any length, any shape. It's kind of fun to draw together, right? So, doesn't matter how many you make. All right, so look. Now we've got our stained glass window. Look here. See? Okay, now, it's gonna look much cooler though once we add our color, right? So, all right, so you know that we've talked a little bit in class about what a warm color is and what a cool color is, okay? So in case you don't remember, that's all right, no biggie. A warm color is a color that actually almost makes you feel warm, right? Like the sun makes you feel warm. So like warm colors would be oranges, yellows, red, and cool colors would be what? Sorry, I'm off camera for a minute. I'm grabbing a couple different paint brushes. Well, cool colors would be like blues and greens, things that almost make you think of water or something that's cool, right? Okay, so something that could be kind of fun is why don't you make your candle all full of warm colors? So reds, oranges, and they could be any shade of oranges or reds. Like, I think I want to have a really, really bright orange flame. So there you go. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. Okay. So a pretty, pretty orange, warm color, right? What is orange? A warm color. It makes you feel warm. right? So there's that gorgeous little orange warm color flame. And let's say I want my candle, my actual candle, to be a really pretty dark maroon, which is also a warm color. So I'm gonna color this in. There you go. Can you see? See how it's coming together? Here's your pretty candle stained glass. Now remember, when you are doing watercolor, especially, but within any type medium, and what's a medium? Yes, it is your artist tool. Whatever you use to create. Watercolors is a medium. Markers are a medium. Oil pastels are a medium. And so remember that you can see which direction your paintbrush goes. So like if you're doing art and you just take your paintbrush and you go back and forth like this, back and forth, it's gonna make it kind of messy and not really fill in all your color. Now, if you're going for kind of a crazy look, that's okay. But most of the time, it looks really nice to pay attention to which color, which direction your paintbrush is going, okay? And so I'm trying to kind of focus on going all up and down in the same direction. All right, so look, it's coming together, a warm color candle. Okay, so I think I want my candle wax to be like a really kind of burnt brown, orangey, darker color. It's almost the same color as our flame, but a little bit darker. Now remember, if you've got a small little space, it's better to use a what? Yes, a smaller little paintbrush. It's hard to use a big old paintbrush in a small little space. Okay, so look what we got. We got our candle and it's coming together, our warm color candle. So now we're gonna switch to cool colors. Cool colors. Look here, look at my paintbrush palette. My watercolor palette. Look here, all these cool colors, cool colors. You see that? Greens and blues, and then look, warm colors, warm colors. Okay, so I am going to make my stained glass cool colors. And it's nice because it gives like a contrast. Your warm colors. Can you see what I'm doing? You see how it starts to make a pretty contrast? Okay, so don't worry, this is the coolest thing about watercolor. I lifted it up and it dripped down, but lots of times with watercolor, you can just move that paint even with your finger and push it back up. You can certainly do it if you have a little paper towel. So I am filling in with some blues and some greens, and try to make alternating colors with your shapes so it makes it more interesting. Now remember about shade. You're not too young to learn about shade and value, right? Remember what we talked about with value? Value is just a darker or lighter shade, which means you have more or less color to create value on the paper. When you have less color or a lighter color, you have a lighter value Awesome. Here we go. Look at this. We're making pretty stained glass. Pretty, pretty stained glass. I think I see a pretty color in my other palette. Now it's kind of neat if sometimes the colors smear together, it kind of can create a whole nother color. And we'll learn about that, about how you can take two colors and make a totally separate one. But you can kind of have a happy accident. We love our Bob Ross, right? He always says happy accidents. And that's exactly right, because what? There are no mistakes in art, my people. My gorgeous children, no mistakes in art. No mistakes in art. Just happy accidents. So look, it's coming together. You're creating beautiful stained glass all around your candle with cool colors on the stained glass and warm colors on the candle. And you can take your time. You don't have to rush. And then maybe I want to do a little bit of purple. Oh my goodness, I love that purple. I hope you're taking care of yourself, eating well, and getting lots of sleep. I hope that you're saying your name. Remember how we walk into class and what do you say as soon as you enter the classroom? My name is, and I am good. Look at all this pretty purple. Can you see what I'm doing? A little bit. Can you move it over? All right, let's see. Let's get another pretty, cool color. It's kind of like a lavender. Almost done with our cool colors for our stained glass. Now, one thing is when you're done and your watercolor dries, you can take your Sharpie and go over your lines to make like a really pretty crisp line. And that always looks really nice to outline it. Almost there. Let's do a pretty violet color. You know my friends that are at the violet table. I miss you being at the violet table. All right, so we've got our cool color stained glass almost finished. Now, when I pick it up and show it to you, it is gonna drip, but that's okay. All right, we got it, yay! I'll make that warm color candle a little bit darker. Now, I would definitely fill it in with my Sharpie after it dries. And don't forget to sign your name. All right, ready? Okay, here we go. It's gonna drip, but that's okay because I can use my paper towel like I taught you. All right, do you see that? It's pretty, huh? Okay, good job. I can't wait to see yours. Have a great day.